Hello everybody, it's episode 17 of the weekly wrestling show. Hashtag Total Markout, or if you're Geek King, just Total Markout. Honestly, that's the best way to come up. Geek. It's time for Total Markout.
Hello.
There you go. He is the maniacal Mark, the patron saint, the socially awkward, master of Marvel, dictator of DC, and the reigning and defending hashtag Total Markout quiz champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Geek King here. How are you doing, Geek King?
I'm good.
Excellent. And everything I said, 100% true.
Good.
Absolutely. And, of course, we are here to talk about this week's episode of Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw.
Featuring the return of Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon.
And Triple H.
We're here to look at we're here to start our SummerSlam challenge.
Yep.
Basically looking at which were the better SummerSlams, the first 12, 1988 to the year 2000, or the year 2001, all the way up to 2012. So I've already said that I reckon it's going to be the first 12, because it includes the Attitude Era and stuff like that. But we'll find out. And of course, we'll be answering all the questions you've been sending us, guys. Thank you for all your questions for our hashtag Fan Corner. As Geek calls it, Fan Corner. So, let us not waste any more time. Let us take a look at this week's Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw.
But before we do that, Geek, SmackDown, anything of note happened? Kurt Axel got another win on SmackDown, didn't he? Or something like
I believe so.
that?
Sin Cara again.
Sin Cara.
Yeah. Sin Cara again.
Probably.
I was drunk when I watched it, man.
Yeah, I haven't. Because obviously in SmackDown, you just watch Raw.
I was drunk when I watched it, so I can't tell you.
So yeah, I think Kurt Axel got that was obviously the whole Demi Sandow, Sheamus intelligence.
Yeah, well, that was
Battle of Twits.
Yeah, apparently it's the unwashed masses versus the Savior.
Yeah, it's an intellectual challenge or something like
yes.
that. NXT, anything?
Well, I mentioned last week that Bo Dallas was the number one contender. So that happened. This week, following Raw, the Big E called Bo a geek, which
there was a Tumblr post you reblogged,
which I took offense to. He's like geek, he's a dweeb, a dork, an asshole,
dick.
To the point where they were actually chanting in the NXT crowd. Remember, this was the crowd that cheered for Bo.
Yeah.
No more Bo.
What is it about Bo Dallas?
He's just too bland.
Is that really
He's
it?
too bland. He's been pushed.
Yeah.
People are like.
Because everyone was cheering for Wade Barrett when that shit started. It was like, put that twat in his place.
It's like you see him, right, and Bo's got talent, he's got everything else, but he's just there's nothing there.
He wasn't the one people wanted pushing.
Yeah, they wanted Adrian.
Yeah.
They wanted Neville. He was going over like a fucking house on fire.
Yeah, because it was like, I think it really kind of started with the Royal Rumble. Because obviously he won the spot in the Royal Rumble, and it was just like, really? I mean, there's a lot of people that you could have probably had, like Seth Rollins, who easily did that. I mean, he probably was.
He was a Shield at the time, so.
Yeah, but he was also like NXT champion, I suppose.
Yeah, but the Shield was a separate thing.
But you could have obviously.
I mean, they had Corey Graves in there who would have been a great talent. They had Cassius Leo Kruger was in the final with Bo.
Yeah.
Adrian, Xavier Wood.
Yeah, so you had all these talents that could have really done a good spot, but
Xavier Wood's not been on TV for a little while now, and he was over as well.
Yeah,
I don't get the idea of this going on, but obviously once the Wyatt family come up, they'll probably still be on NXT for a little while, but after the transition, there'll be a lot more space now. They're pushing Mason Ryan down there as well.
Yeah, well, it's just like seeing him back.
This week he's got an Argentine neck rake that he uses.
It's a good move.
It is. He used it on a 7-footer this week.
That's impressive. But yeah.
The Cardiff Colossal.
Alright. Cardiff Colossal, okay, fair enough.
Or as I like to call him. Bah!
In fairness, if it wasn't for the Welsh accent, he could probably...
Be Batista.
I was saying he could probably be Colossus.
He would probably be Batista.
Yes.
Corey Graves and Cassius Ohno teamed up to face the Wyatt family in a tag team match. I haven't watched that yet, so I don't know how it goes. And the Ascension, Conor O'Brien took on Alex Riley.
Yeah. So, with the Ascension, do you think he should find a tag partner or just continue carrying the banner for himself?
I can carry it himself. He works well with it, so it could work either way.
Yeah, I think the thing is, a lot of people would have thought that his partner was kind of like the voice of the intellect. Because also usually when you have a small guy and a bigger guy, Dragon Ball Z, of Mice and Men, it's always hello, I'm big and strong. I mean, come on, Festus and Jesse, Festus and Jesse, biscuits and gravy.
As I like to call it now, Luke Gallows.
Yeah.
Or Big LG, or Doc.
Or Sir.
Or Doc, or the suntan biker.
But that's pretty much the cleanup done, I reckon.
Something happened Saturday Morning Slam, something happened on Superstars,
and something
happened on Main Event.
And there were pretty women doing stuff, and I think Naomi won the match, and she was pretty much the star of the show for that episode of the jazz. So, yeah, that's Divas backstage.
Naomi's a hell of a talent.
Yeah. I should really believe me because I was skeptical. It was like, really? And then it was like, oh yeah, she actually wrestled before becoming.
Before becoming a dancer.
Well, here's the thing.
Because you look at the Funk Adapters, right?
Yeah.
One of them, former NXT competitor.
Yeah.
Who has been in the FCW and NXT for a while.
Yeah.
And brought up to be a Funk Adapter. Loses to AJ and Caitlyn in the final of NXT season 3.
Yeah.
Right? Caitlyn wins that, and AJ comes. I think AJ came third, and she came second. I'm not sure. One of the ways like that. And then you look at the other one, Cameron, former model, former dancer, the one famously known for her favorite match on Tough Enough being Alicia Fox versus Melina.
Yeah. In
all the history of wrestling, that's what she chose. And Austin's reaction is quite frankly priceless. I do recommend looking that on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious.
So we kind of kick things off with Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw was essentially the tale of two stories.
Yeah.
On one hand, the McMahons are back.
Yes.
It's Raw. And out comes Stephanie McMahon.
Oh.
I'm all grown up.
Oh, yes, you are, Stephanie.
And that's not how the song goes. Because they changed it consistent.
Yeah.
Even the old one didn't go like that.
I'm all grown up now when I listen and learn. I know. It's terribly sad of me.
And the new one comes out, and Stephanie comes out and she says, tonight, much to contrary to popular belief and because you advertised it.
Yeah.
We will not be seeing Curtis Axel go one-on-one with a game, Triple H.
Yeah, people immediately booing the shit out of her.
Yo, bitch! What the fuck you think you're doing?
This is my problem, right? She makes an executive decision.
Yeah.
Says, I'm on her side. She
makes an executive decision, right?
Yeah.
On something that she's not an executive about.
Exactly.
Apart from it's creative, and technically she is.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to say exactly what her storyline role is.
Yeah, she comes out and she says, I made an executive decision based on the well-being of my employee, my colleague, my husband, and the father of my children. And immediately the fans are still going, no, don't care. We want to see Triple H. And the fact is, when they shouted, Stephanie comes out with the greatest response ever.
Yeah.
Listen, you're just being selfish.
Bush. I was like, the thing is, in my mind, I'm going, the audience are the heels. That was the thing I was saying to Geek. The audience are the heels.
My response was, did Stephanie just turn heel?
Did you? I can't remember what you said to me when I said, I think the audience are heels and their faces. It was like, are you biting this or are you McMahon or something?
I sent McMahon Mark.
Yeah.
All I said was McMahon Mark.
Yeah.
Because then... No chance.
No chance, because that's what you got.
Here he comes. Here comes Daddy.
All hail McMahon.
Vince McMahon is back on stage, and he does the whole, hello, it's me. Walks out with the famous McMahon strut. Gets in the ring and goes, I agree with my daughter. Pardon?
Even I was going, yes!
What? No. Triple H will not be fighting. This isn't barbaric. This is barbaric. Kofi Kingston was driven through one table, and what did you chant? one more time. And he got through one more. And what would you chant? One more time. So what did the WWE Universe in Hartford, Connecticut chant? One more time. One more time.
Thus proving them right.
And Vince goes, no, it's not going to happen. In a quote that took me straight back to 1999 with the corporate ministry. Not tonight, not any night. And I sat there and went, holy shit, he talked about 2024. Undertaker's going to come out with the fucking ministry. The APA's going to be back in business. I have a fucking flashback. Fucking shit acolytes. Million! Oh. There was one good thing about it. Bossman and Tess was still here.
Yeah. Oh, dude, man, I like Tess.
I like Bossman.
Well, I like him as well. But no, I mean, I'm just looking up on some of the reactions that people had to that event, and it's very, very strong in the opposites of, Triple H should have fight, what they're doing with this storyline. It's kind of like, it's in my head. I'm like, do fans not understand that they've kind of put themselves in a corner here? They're trying one more time. Kofi Kingston, you did it. I bet there are going to be people who go, oh my god, they keep burying Kofi Kingston. It's like, no. You buried Kofi Kingston.
They can't bury him. He's dead.
He's been fucking cremated, bitches.
Fucking Ryback killed him.
Has Stephanie McMahon appeared on NXT yet?
Yes.
Right.
So yes, that was actually what happened on NXT this week as well. The kickoff of the Divas for the women's NXT Women's Championship. It was Paige versus Tamina, and Paige went through.
Yes.
Anti-Diva for the win. Now, they then leave.
Yeah.
And we're tripped to
yes,
the United States Champion and the WWE Tag Team Champions combine as members of Sierra Hotel Indigo Echo Lima Delta Shield.
Believe
in
the Shield.
Fucking jaw again.
Sorry, should I do the other one?
Believe in the Shield!
There you go.
As the Shield came out and they showed what they do best when they took on the former Tag Team Champions, the Lion GOAT himself, greatest of all time, baby! Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
The American Dragon himself teamed up with his tag team partner in Team Hell No, the Big Red Monster, the Freak, the Big Red Machine, Kane.
I hear voices in my head, they're counting me, they understand, they talk to me.
Now allow me to give this introduction as much energy as I have for Randy Orton.
Whoa.
Randy Orton came out.
That sounds about right. And, of course,
we needed time off, it was Randy Orton.
We kind of figured how this was going to end up.
2 RKOs and a finish.
I
was close. Great 6-man tag. We get action all over the place. Randy Orton hits an RKO on, I believe it's Seth.
Right.
Then goes to hit one on Roman. Roman throws him out of it because it's Roman fucking Reigns.
Yeah.
And he goes, bitch, please. Throws him out of it and straight into GOAT.
Yeah.
The American Dragon himself then sits there and goes, "How the fuck was that?" Ambrose grabs him by the head, hits the drop of justice, as I like to call it. That headlock DDT. 1, 2, 3, game over. Yeah. And it's Randy Orton's fault.
Yeah, once again.
More on that as we go. Now the Usos showed off some new face paint, and somehow that made them beat the PTP. Fair enough, whatever. Now, backstage...
The question is, are the primetime players still getting paid?
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars?
Millions of dollars!
Millions of dollars?
Millions of dollars.
How many millions of dollars?
Millions and millions and millions of dollars! I love them guys.
I love when he does that. So yeah, as you said, the Usos got a win over the primetime players, which was quite unusual. Cause I think everyone was kind of like, oh, here we go. What the fuck?
Well, the Usos won.
Yeah. Huh. Well done. Well done.
And then backstage, either before this match or after this match, it doesn't really make much difference. Triple H turned up to the arena.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
After being told his match had been cancelled. Asked where his office was. The person said, you don't have one. Where's Vince's office? Down the corner on the left. Triple H then proceeds to roll his suitcase to a point where he then picks it up. Because obviously he can't roll it anymore, the wheels have been stuck.
Yeah.
And proceeds to enter the McMahon's office where Stephanie and Vince are there, and Stephanie breaks the fourth wall by calling him Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Straight away. Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Watch your fucking mouth, woman.
Hey, she's his wife.
There's the camera on.
Yes.
Is Triple H when the camera's on?
Yeah, that's right. But nobody marrows Nobody marrows.
Nobody marrows.
No one marrows.
I don't know what the fuck marrows is.
Marrows. Marrows are a weird one. It's basically when you have. It's when you get married with all the intent of being as moral as possible.
Nobody does that.
Exactly. But yeah, no, nobody marries someone called Triple H.
No, she marries Hunter herself. Hunter.
Yeah, but everybody knew that wasn't his real name. Besides, CM Punk already changed that.
Yes, but he was dropping a pipe bomb.
Yes, and she was doing something else with a certain pipe bomb.
Not on TV, I haven't seen it.
Not on TV, but you know when the cameras go off.
Okay.
Vince is like, I'm going to go talk to Pat Patterson. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but Patterson is doing something. Not that
there's
there's anything wrong with that. No.
Oh, sorry. I would just like to profusely apologise to Canada.
For dropping your H's.
Obviously, I was just making a joke about Pat Patterson. I obviously meant nothing about it. I have no problem with the gay community, and neither does Bret Hart.
The appreciation. Anyway, he then says, I'm fighting tonight. No, you're not, Paul. I'm fighting tonight. No, you're not, Paul. Vince gets up. And he goes, listen, who's going to stop me after Vince gives him some diatribe?
What I love.
And Vince goes to step forward. A 60-plus-year-old man.
Yeah.
Goes a step forward to only a 40-plus-year-old man who's already kicked his ass more than once.
Yeah. Although Vince has got only one win over him.
Where
there was that
the WWE Championship and Stone Cold had a little something to play in that.
Okay, twice then. I keep forgetting about the Stone Cold one. I don't forget there's that awesome moment Vince McMahon returns. Kapow!
Yes.
Right in the face.
Yes, 2000.
Yes, sorry. Anyway, I was thinking more to Generation X.
There it was 2000.
No, when the newer age, the Generation X.
I
ends up beating him with the
in Madison Square Garden, yes.
But anyway,
2006.
yes. There you go.
Vince then steps forward.
Yeah.
And Stephanie, just quite calmly, knowing what's going to happen, that her husband is going to fight her father.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Steps in between.
Here's what I don't get.
And Vince looks and goes, okay.
It's like, don't do anything you regret. But here's what I don't get. Because later on the night, Trips, takes his ball and goes, actually, I don't blame him for it. I understand. He's pissed, and that's probably what I would do, right? Although it was weird because he, as clarified in a segment with Paul Heyman later on, he's not going to fight next week either. But Triple H's like, the next time we're here live on Raw, which I'm like, Trips, that's every Monday. Unless he meant Connecticut.
No, yeah.
But
yeah.
It's, he said, I'm fighting him and all this. What I don't get is what happened between that conversation to that promo bit where he's in the back, head towards his car. What changed? Who came? What?
I think it's a case of he said, "I'm going to do this," and Vince has just said somewhere along the lines backstage. What we don't see is Vince probably sitting there going, "Under no future will you be fighting here."
Yeah.
Not next week, not any night.
Yeah.
And at which point, that's when he's sitting and go, I'm going to leave now before I kick my I'm going to go now before I have to kick my kid's granddad in their arse.
Yeah. The thing is, at the end of the day, I would like that to end in an unsanctioned street fight.
I think it's going to.
Yeah. This
is where this is going. We're going to tease a little match between the two of them, and then it won't happen.
But
and
the thing is,
would face someone.
I hope it doesn't happen at Payback. I want it to happen at SummerSlam.
Probably could.
But they've been rushing these storylines recently because of the fucking NBA. playoffs.
NBA playoffs. Well, that's finished next week.
Yeah, but
So
they've been
it's-
rushing everything. But once you've rushed everything, you have to continue with that. I mean, we all know that we're still going to have the same WWE champion after payback. The only things we don't know is Chris Jericho finally going to get
the best in the world title.
Yeah, the win over CM Punk. Is Punk going to turn against Paul Heyman, or vice versa? You know, is Kurt Axel going to get a decent fucking match where he can win via a fucking victory rather than a count out?
On someone other than Sin Cara.
Yeah. But yes, moving on.
Moving on, I would say Triple H then disappeared.
Yes.
And went on. Now, before the following contest took place,
Yes.
we had an incident backstage.
Yeah.
With Team Hell No and Randy Orton.
Yes.
Where Randy Orton is saying, I'm sorry, look, things happen out there. Kane's saying the same. Daniel Bryan saying, no!
Yeah.
Profusely. No!
Yeah.
And it turns out that Daniel Bryan thinks he's the weak link. I mean, I wish that him or someone else on the team, or maybe someone on commentary or on the internet, had mentioned that Daniel Bryan thought he was the weak link.
Yeah.
Sick of fucking hearing that.
Yeah.
I get it. Move on. Use new terminology.
Yeah.
The weak link was already described as for Darren Young. He was the weak link in the Nexus. And then he's somehow survived on Superstar before being relegated into NXT.
But the point is, he's obsessed all this idea of being the weak link.
Yes. So he says, I'm going to have a match tonight. And then disappears.
Oh.
And we're going,
Yeah.
alright, well, maybe that's not going to happen. However, the following contest was scheduled for 1 fall and was the rubber match between 5 Big E Langston, accompanied
Can I
by.
just point out, technically it's not a rubber match.
It was 2 and 2.
Yeah, it was 2-2, but the rubber match would have been the third match.
No, the rubber match is always the 5th. It's the one that breaks the tie.
Well, yeah, because it was. Because
As long as-
Alberta had a win.
Mm-hmm.
Big E got a win.
Yeah.
So then the third match would have been the rubber match.
Yeah, they're the 4th one. So
But
they're the 5th
it's
one.
like, how many rubber matches? Like, is it just a rubber match every
Every time
third one?
every time it's a tie, it's a rubber match. That's how
Match
things go.
3, match 6. It's just like, too
It's
many
usually how it goes.
matches!
Usually it goes, there's a tie, it's a rubber match, isn't it?
And then Steve, yeah, but come on, big professional pedantic prick.
I know.
I don't know. If I didn't, I wouldn't be living up to my gimmick, and you gotta respect the gimmick.
You apparently do, yeah.
Oh, come on, impress us all.
Yeah, well, he had Biggie Langston, and he's 5.
And who was...
And accompanied by the beautiful, the gorgeous, the sexy, the talented AJ Lee.
Damn!
Exactly. And being accompanied by, a man who calls himself a ring announcer. 8.2. 8.2. Ricardo Rodriguez was the number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Alberto Del Rio!
13 seconds exactly.
Just say.
Of course, Alberto Del Rio picked up the win with an impressive display by Big E Langston, as per usual. The guy's not just a meat sack.
No, he's fucking talented, and he's funny, and he's good.
He is. He actually has got talent, believe it or not. Jesus Christ. A guy packed with fucking muscles that could actually fucking wrestle. Who'd have heard?
Exactly. So he did what he did, and then we got Sheamus versus Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, everyone pretty much could fast forward this.
The best part about this was Sandow on commentary.
Sheamus wins.
And as I said on my response to Boss,
Yeah.
the best part about this is the entrances. And I'm already bored.
Yeah. Up next was a Please Stop This. It was Fandango with Summer Rae.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Damn!
We should, on Tour Market, we should just start doing a thing where we post the pictures of what the divas were wearing on the episode of Raw.
I can do that.
Yeah, a new Tumblr segment.
I can do that.
Accompanied by, "Hey, don't be on my knees, I hurt the boy, look guys, I hurt. Oh my god, why to tell you with me, go, take this kid."
For some reason, Natalia's there, Tyson Kidd's sitting there going, "Where the fuck did I go wrong?" Hornswog's sitting there going, "Where the fuck did I go right?"
Yeah.
And Great Carly's
I
sitting
used
there.
to hang out with Finley, don't you know?
I was a wrestler, mate.
I wonder how many people meet Hornswoggle and surprised us to get an Irish accent.
He says he hates having to do it.
Yeah.
He can't do one.
Yeah.
And Finney used to make him do one when he was out and about. Like, just to,
You remember the gimmick?
for a joke. He knew he couldn't do one.
Aye.
So Finney hated it. He goes, "I tried it twice on TV." They said,
If you gotta play an leprechaun, you better do the voice.
they go, "I tried it twice on TV," and they said, "I'll just eat." And they said, "No, that's not going to work. Just grunt."
No. And went to a no contest.
Because he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
He didn't. The Miz came out and went to help Fandango back into the ring when the Barrage knocked him the fuck out with the old bullhammer. Boom!
You realise you just said boosh.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm just really lisping.
Alright.
Yep, he knocked his ass out, only for him to come back and win the match.
I thought you were either mocking me or or being nice to me.
I've never seen me be more disappointed the fact that as soon as he hit that bullhammer, I knew that Miz was going to win.
It was fantastic. I got 2 messages from Geek King in the space of a second. It was like, yes, boom, and then the next message, oh, that means he's going to lose to Miz tonight.
And that shitty thing before.
It's like Wade Barrett, legit badass. Can't get a win over the Miz to save his fucking life.
Apart from the next night after WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was like, what?
Next we had something that in my mind was a waste of both my time and their talent when Chris Jericho and Paul Heyman did a contract signing for the match at Payback.
Am I the only one that looked at Paul Heyman and Jericho and thought, they are thinking the exact same thing as I am? This is a waste of time.
Yeah, no. I said it was a waste of my time and their talent.
Yeah, it looked like even Jericho on his face was kind of going, how do I say this?
I'll panda.
See, Paul Heyman did what he does best, and he did a good job. But I was looking at it, I was thinking, there just seems to be this. I could be completely wrong, but it seems like there's this.
There's certain things you have to do to get something to go in.
Yeah. I kind of felt this was a conversation going on between Heyman and Jericho. Like, just right, look at each other. Right, look, this segment is gonna suck balls. All we can do is make it not suck so much. Yeah, right, okay, what we do? Wait, I'll just be more pandering. You just, stuff a contract on the crotch or something. I don't know.
And then they did it.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I know I sent this message to you.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
A contract down someone's crotch.
Yeah, it's funny to that crowd, I suppose.
The crowd didn't fucking find it funny.
I don't get we could get this done we could get this legalized or noted in Chicago. We get it. Honestly,
the best part of it was when Jericho was winding him up to turn around going, well, maybe I can fight him at SummerSlam. Maybe Madison. And that's where he went, oh, well, I'll just fight him in Chicago.
Yeah, what I loved about that is the fact that Paul Heyman kind of just confidently went, no. But it's like, Paul Heyman's like, yeah, I know you're trying to rattle me, but I'm just going to play it straight. No. Yeah. But honestly, how I would have ended that segment was simply just been, you know what? I would have just had Paul Heyman do the work shoot and say, CM Punk is the only one that throws a couple of fucking pipe bombs down here.
You can't do that all the time, though.
Yeah, not all the time, but he hasn't really. Paul Heyman.
Hasn't done it in a while.
Last time he really did a pipe bomb was Vince McMahon during the Alliance.
No, last time he did a pipe bomb was the fucking one night stand.
Well, yeah, I suppose. I keep forgetting about that because that was a happy time. But yes, let's get away from that. Basically, all that was really covered was they signed a contract because some matches actually require a contract.
Yes, some matches don't. So before the next match, we have a backstage segment setting up what really should have been our main event. However, we have another backstage segment that sets up the main event following this.
Yes.
When Daniel Bryan's walking around backstage.
Yep, go on.
And suddenly he looks at someone and goes, what are you looking at? Now, there's only two things that could have happened there. Yeah. It could have been CM Punk, or a legend who was, making a one-off appearance.
Yeah.
Or it was going to be who it was, the Ryback.
Yeah.
And the Ryback says a bunch of stuff that ultimately ends up in Ryback rules, I'm going to fight you. Fair enough, whatever. Now, after this, we have Vince McMahon backstage with Paul Heyman and... Well, actually, this was well before that happened, didn't it?
Yeah.
But needless to say, I'm talking. This is how I remember it. Paul Heyman and his current Heyman guy, Curtis Axel. Because he says, I like you, you've got talent, this, that, and the other. Thank you very much. You won't be fighting Triple H, but you'll be fighting, was it Randy Orton on SmackDown?
I think so.
Probably Randy Orton.
Right.
He goes, not a problem, thank you very much, we'll see you at SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, actually you're not going to be done tonight. At which point, Paul Heyman does the greatest thing in the world as someone who knows Vince McMahon and knows what Vince McMahon's been like with him in the past. Goes, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there giggling my head off. Oh, here it comes.
But, no, like...
And he announces that he'll be fighting John Cena in a no disqualification match.
Hell yeah.
Great. Now, the next match that happened was the Divas champion, Kate.
Did we talk about the Daniel Bryan right back in full detail?
We'll talk about the match when it comes to it.
No, I meant the backstage promo.
Well, that's pretty much what happens.
Right.
They have a match, Ryback rules, and
right. Because I didn't think I thought you were about to mention it, and then you jumped at the Curtis.
No, Ryback rules. Daniel Bryan says you think because you're bigger than me.
Right.
And, that's how it goes.
I couldn't tell that if I just just
it's a general Daniel Bryan versus a bigger guy,
yeah.
Ryback versus a small guy promo. So next match is the lovely Caitlyn, who's not cosplaying this week.
Yeah. And
the Funky Dactyls.
Well, cosplay is Trish Stratus.
Yeah. Or Kim Possible.
Oh, yeah.
Not
there's anything wrong with any of them.
No. Age versus the Black Widow herself, AJ Lee. And the Bella Twins to promote the Divas division and their new TV show on E, which airs Sunday night, I believe.
I'm trying to see if I can find out what's called again.
Total Diva.
Total Diva, right. Of course, it actually makes sense.
Yeah. Total Diva on E. It's a good enough match, but the best part of the whole thing is AJ Lee dropping down and costing the Bellas the match and herself, and then realising after the spear and the pinfall that she just lost the match.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great moment.
Yeah.
And it progresses the whole AJ versus Caitlyn storyline and the fucking Dactyls versus the Bellas, who apparently have a bit of real life animosity on the reality show. Mainly because the Bellas are the Bellas.
Absolutely.
Following is the match of the night and the match of the week. I would love to say it was the best match I watched all week, but
match of the year candidate.
Best match I watched all week, but once again, I didn't watch Ring of Honor a lot last week, so I've seen a lot of great matches this week. But it is a match of the year for WWE candidate straight away.
This is what we'll be remembering next year. Yeah. Talking about was as a probable runner-up.
Yes.
I imagine because when CM Punk's coming back, you're gonna have CM Punk and Jericho. It's like
and there's bound to be a WrestleMania. A few WrestleMania matches on there as well.
Can I have my Jericho versus Daniel Bryan match now, please? How long do I have to fucking wait?
WrestleMania.
Damn, better.
SummerSlam we got Ziggler.
Get the world title in.
SummerSlam last year we got Ziggler versus Jericho.
Do we want to? Oh heavens! triple threat. CM Punk, Jericho, Daniel Bryan. Give it to me.
3 or 4 throw Ziggler in there.
Sorry, yeah, okay. But he might still have the world title. Oh no,
for the world title there.
Yeah, I was just a little bit worried because I thought, well, that's because then John Cena still have the WWE title.
Yeah, exactly. He'll have it until next year at WrestleMania.
Him and Ryback.
Sorry, he'll probably have it until a year on SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So he can break CM Punk's record.
Yeah. Well, John Cena will probably end up fighting Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania.
What with his fucked up hand?
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen Hogan do.
Yeah.
Fuck his hand up on a radiator.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
But, so it was Daniel
Bryan versus Ryback, and ends in disqualification when Ryback drives Daniel Bryan for a match, but it's so much more than that. Basically, Daniel Bryan proved why, in a lot of people's eyes, he is the best professional wrestler going today.
Chris Jericho tweeted that he may be the best of the world at what he does, but Daniel Bryan is the greatest wrestler going today.
Yep.
You know, he's a huge fan of Daniel Bryan, and it's easy to see why.
This match was
I did not skip a single moment of this match.
I'm sitting there going, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's Ryback versus Bryan.
Yeah.
Your expectations are fucking minuscule going into this match.
But
you know what's going to happen. You know Ryback's going to win this match. But you didn't expect the showing that Bryan would do.
This was, this is just like, for someone like me, 5'5", 240 odd pound guy, right? Who, gets into fights quite a lot.
All the fucking time.
Yeah, it has to start with. This is the kind of guy I can get behind. And so you see someone like that, and you're like, yes! Fucking get on! He gets one of your favourite moments, gets him in the Indian deathlock, and then starts beating his fucking face in.
Throws him in an Indian deathlock and then throws his forearms to his face. I'm sitting going, wow, that's a bit old school Bryan there, because the last time I saw the American Dragon do that was exactly that. Yeah. He was the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, and he was doing it in Ring of Honor.
And to quote many a market wins a win.
It is. And of course, we end the match with Kurt Axel versus WWE Champion John Cena in a no disqualification match that ends in a count out because Ryback and John Cena fight. And I believe Ryback throws John Cena through a table.
Yeah, he does at the outside.
Yes.
My problem with this one, why was I okay with the Daniel Bryan victory, not the Sword? Because Daniel Bryan had a match at the very fucking least and looked incredibly strong, and he isn't on this thing where he's trying to prove him, where we need to prove he's good by giving as many wins, but without getting him a pin victory. The thing with Kurt Axel, they want to push him by putting him against top stars, but if you continue to give him count-out victories, it means nothing. Yeah, the record books give two flying fucks about how you won, just so they can note it down, but nobody else, really cares if you got a count-out victory, because they just go, you got to count it out.
Couldn't pin him.
Here's my point, right? Why should anyone give two shits about a count-out victory?
More important.
They should. You know why?
See, I like how that's your bitch.
Well, the thing is, just before you explain...
It's not my bitch. I haven't got my bitch.
Alright, I was about to say your more eloquent point. But my problem is, I don't give two shits if you won via count-out. Why? Was you win the title?
Nope.
Why should I give two shits?
Exactly. The bitch I'm hearing consistently is, what the fuck is the point of having a count-out victory in a no disqualification match? That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it is. But overall, the crowd was good at this Raw. Fucking unbelievable. Half of Connecticut proved why they should have more Raws. You got old school McMahon tension with a new twist.
Yeah.
And you got an incredible performance by Daniel Bryan. That is what happens this week on Raw.
So, with that out the way, let us start some reviewing of SummerSlam. And if you're wondering, but Steve, where's Wrestling Rumors?
There wasn't any.
To be honest with you, you look on the dirt sheets these days. Jesus fucking Christ! You might as well just make shit up.
It's gonna be great when it's gonna be great when the Divas fucking reality show hits and they've got actually something to report.
Yeah. That will be absolutely fucking fantastic. But yeah,
Nikki Bella gets a new haircut. What do you fucking do? You can now tell her apart from Brie. Oh, look at the tits. You can tell them apart quicker.
Yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
As the King said, one of them's larger.
Yeah,
She's the larger twin.
Yeah, it's like but my problem is, well, hang on, are you talking about TRA?
Are you talking about the bone density?
Well, I think you find that both are quite identical. No, Steve, you know what I mean? I mean, one's bigger, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't understand what bone density
is. Which then set Michael Cole into a little giggling rant as if he was a kid, and set fucking JBL off on one of going, yeah, King, tell us how.
Yeah. All right, let's get this underway, ladies and gentlemen. SummerSlam 1988, August 29th, with an attendance of 20,000 people, came to you from Madison Square Garden in New York, New York.
MSG!
Your announcers for the evening, your ring announcer is Howard Finkel.
Howard Finkel! And on the commentating table, superstar Billy Graham and Gorilla!
The Power Tower, the Many Hour!
and Gorilla Monsoon.
We don't stop!
Your interviewer was B. Gene Oakland
Well, let me tell you something.
and Sean Mooney.
Sean Mooney is great. Fucking he's my hero.
Yeah.
He's fuck up, but he's a star.
Sean, the real star, Mooney.
And we kicked it off with the British Bulldogs. Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid fighting the fabulous Rougeau Jacques Raymond from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, in a time limit draw that went 20 minutes. Imagine that these days. A match went 20 minutes in the opening contest.
I want to hear the bizarre thing. I've seen this match.
Of course you are.
Oh, of course you have. Never doubt your boss. Up next was Bad News Brown
Oh, I'm so bad.
defeating Ken Patera.
Patera.
Whatever.
The first Olympic superstar to ever be in the WWE and hold the Intercontinental Championship. He came silver in weightlifting.
Nice. 6 minutes, 33 seconds. Ken Patera? Patera losing to Bad News Brown.
It's a decent match. Following up was Ravishing Rick Rude, no doubt accompanied by Bobby the Brain Heenan, because that was his manager at the time.
Yeah.
Going one-on-one with JYD, the Junkyard Dog.
6 minutes and 18 seconds. Ended by disqualification. With so basically, Rick Rude picked up the win.
Yeah, it's a good match, a very good match. Following that was the Powers of Pain, the Barbarian and the Warlord with the Baron von Raschke, defeating the Bolsheviks, Boris Zolkov, Nikolai Volkov with Slick. I said Slick.
And that match lasted 5 minutes 27 seconds. The victory going to the Powers of Pain.
Next up was one of the most famous matches in all of SummerSlam history when
The Ultimate Warrior, he went into SummerSlam to face the man that is.
the Honky Tonk Man.
He's a honky-tonk man.
I'm a Honky Tonk Man. I'm cool. I'm cocky. I'm mad.
A company man, Jimmy Hart, man from the South. You can do it, baby.
With the kennel, it is sad.
31 seconds.
For the Intercontinental Championship in one of the most famous matches in all of SummerSlam history. Following that, if you could, I mean, how could you follow a 31-second match?
On the Ultimate Warrior,
Was Dino Bravo.
best in the world.
Was Dino Bravo the Quebec strongman himself with Frenchie Martin? Quick note about Frenchie Martin. Vicious motherfucker. I've heard stories where he bit people's fingers off
Alright.
in fights. And that's an interesting thing to pull up outside the studio.
Yeah.
And he actually now owns Andre, well, doesn't own, but runs Andre the Giant's estate that was left.
Oh, nice.
It's a very cool, man. And went one-on-one with the magnificent, the original Rock, Don Morocco.
Match that lasted 5 minutes 28 seconds. Victory going to Dino Bravo.
Following this was the WWE Tag Team Championship match where Demolition, Axe, and Smash with Mr. Fuji.
And Jimmy Hart, man of the Oriental South, baby.
I never understood why Jimmy Hart was Demolition, but that's a different story. Defeated the Hart Foundation with the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. 4 out of 10 at best in that impression. I am sorry about that. Bret the Hitman Hart and the Anvil. Jimmy Neidhart.
I like that one. That lasted 9 minutes 49 seconds with Demolition walking out. Well, they walk in as champions, they walk out as champions.
And now we're getting into the deep ones. It's the Big Boss Man with Slick. I said Slick. Goes one-on-one with the Birdman himself. Coco Beware to the bird.
To the bed.
Bird. We're doing the bird. In a match that went
5 minutes and 57 seconds. The victory going to the Big Boss Man.
Alright, with the Boss Man Slam.
In the Slick.
Now, the penultimate match before the main event
Yes. Oh, good match this one.
is Jake the Snake I'm going to tell you right now. A wise man can whisper, and he will be heard. Does not take a long shout for his words to come across.
Versus Hercules.
Not quite that, but yes, it was Hercules Hernandez in a match that went
10 minutes and 6 seconds. The victory going to Jake the Snake Roberts. And in the main event,
it was, of course, the Mega Powers Hulk Hogan. And yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage, cream of the crop always on top. Dig it.
along with Miss Elizabeth,
Miss Elizabeth at my side. Oh yeah, brother.
defeated
The Mega Bucks. Ted DiBiase and Andre the Giant.
with
Bobby the Brain Heenan and Virgil. A tag team match that featured Jesse the Body Ventura.
well, if anybody's gonna be the referee, you know, that was
Here's a special guest referee.
13 minutes 57 seconds. The victory going to. Ooh, I wonder who could possibly be.
It was indeed the Mega Powers, because I believe this was another match which was infamous for a long time in SummerSlam history as the match that the lovely Elizabeth skirted herself.
Yeah.
To distract the referee and distract the Mega Bucks from destroying the Mega Powers, she removes her skirt to reveal a very nice pair of fitting panties.
So, that pay-per-view, your thoughts?
It's a lot of fun to watch. I have to admit, the first SummerSlam was a lot of fun. I would probably say, yeah, that's a good one.
I'm saying it's a good SummerSlam.
Yep, it's a good
So
one.
now we're on to 1989, my friends.
Yeah, I was born.
So, 1989.
Which was, I believe, the tagline for this would be, boss?
The title was Feel the Heat.
Feel the heat.
Attendance 20,000, same as last year's venue, Meadowlands Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We kicked off the show, ladies and gentlemen, with a dark match. Dino Bravo versus Coco Beware. Do the bird. Do the bird. At an unknown time limit, that match.
Where Dino defeated Coco. Yeah. Now, we kicked off WrestleMania with class personified, two badasses, when the Brain Busters, Arn Anderson, Double A,
How's that feel, Undertaker?
And Tully Blanchard, two members formerly the Four Horsemen, with Bobby the Brain Heenan defeated the Hart Foundation.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
And Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
I love that. 6 minutes and 23 seconds with the
16.
Sorry, my apologies. 16 minutes 23 seconds with the Brainbusters picking up the victory.
For those keeping count, yes, that puts Bret Hart, the excellence execution, at 0-for-2.
Yep.
And
oh yes, I like this one. The opponent was the Honky Tonk Man with Jimmy Hall.
I'm cool, I'm talking,
and the opponent was...
I'm the American dude, baby, Dusty Rhodes. I'm telling you right now, baby, I'm going to beat you so bad, I'm going to hit you with a bionic elbow, daddy. You're not even going to feel it. You're not going to feel it. I'm telling you right now, oh, yeah, that's going to be... I'm a common man. It's all right, I'm a common man.
9 minutes and 36 seconds. Seconds, yeah. Saxons, with Dusty Rhodes picking up the win.
How many sections do you get to a Saxon?
12.
Cool.
Or Baker's doesn't. Depending on the context. Up next was, it was Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, versus the Red Rooster.
Yes, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, who was absolutely perfect. Taking on the Red Rooster, who was also known as Terry Taylor, and somehow worked as a backstage agent in just about every major company there is. In a match that went
3 minutes and 21 seconds with
to Mr. Perfect.
Of course.
The following contest was a 6-man tag match where we had the model Rick Martel and the fabulous Rougeau Jacques Raymond with Jimmy Hart.
Oh my God, Jimmy Hart, Mouth the South, love you, baby.
Who unfortunately for this person right here, the boss, unfortunately, they defeated in 14 minutes, 58 seconds, the Rockers, Shawn Michaels,
I think I'm cute. And well,
and Marty Jannetty,
I had a career.
and Tito Santana! In a decent enough fun match. Following the contest was another one, ironically enough, another one of the most famous matches in SummerSlam history.
The Ultimate Warrior, everybody! He was the Intercontinental Champion once again!
The Ultimate Warrior defeated Ravishing Rick Rude with Bobby the Brain Heenan in a match that went, believe it or not, boss, 16 minutes and 2 seconds.
Elizabeth! Ultimate Warrior had a match that lasted over a minute.
It's okay, I think I can wake you up because the following contest was yet again a 6-man tag match that featured Demolition, Smash and Axe, and
Jim Duggan defeating Andre the Giant.
And the Twin Towers, the Big Boss Man, and Akeem! With Bobby the Brain and Slick. I said Slick!
And the match lasted 7 minutes and 23 seconds.
Following this was Hercules Hernandez, then known as Hercules, defeating Greg, the Hella Valentine.
Honka, 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 tonga love.
With Jimmy,
I will never forgive him for that.
the mouth of the South Heart.
Hey, it was a great song, baby. I don't know what you're talking about. It was
By
a great
this
song.
one occasion in 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Next, we had
Ted's DiBiase, the $1 Million Man with Virgil, defeating
Super Fly.
Jimmy Snuka.
I'm a fly high, blood. You know, you may have hurt me a little bit, but you didn't hurt me enough. You hurt me just enough to know that I was hurt. That's an actual fucking promo.
I love it. Defeated Jimmy Snuka by counter in a match that lasted 6 minutes and 27 seconds.
Now, the following contest was scheduled for 1 fall. In a match that went 15 minutes and 4 seconds, believe it or not, when you hear the people who were in the fucking match,
Oh, no.
was the Megamaniacs. I wish I could make that up.
Well, you know something, brother? It was a great tag team, dude. And I'll tell you now, we completely electrified the pay-per-view, brother. Without us, it would have been nothing, brother.
Hulk Hogan and...
I thought it was Y2J Jericho.
No, sorry, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Hulk Hogan, but not good impression, though. Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Biggest star in WWE history.
You know, the only reason you were in the main event of SummerSlam is because you probably blew Hogan and McMahon.
Oh.
With Miss Elizabeth, the beauty herself,
Grace personified.
defeating, oh yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage with sensational green sherry right by my side. Ooh, and you know I'm gonna go take it to him with Zeus, baby.
Zeus!
Fish!
Flash! But not!
In a match that went 15 minutes, 4 seconds, if you can believe that. And overall, it's a decent enough pay-per-view. The main event sucks, but everything else is good.
Well, I'm leaving that one in your judgment. So, up next is 1990. We're covering F3 this week. So, the last one, 1990. Let me just bring it up on the iPad here. But it came to you from the Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 19,304, so a little less than per
When
year.
the heat returns.
1990, August 27th, and the first match of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Who else was there? Hold on, you did everything. Commentary stuff.
Okay. Okay. Your ring announcer is Howard Finkel.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
Your commentating team. He's the chairman of the board, not that you know that, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And the hot rod, Ronnie Piper.
I was Rowdy before Rowdy was cool.
Your interviewers are Lord Alfred Hayes,
Hello.
Sean the Real Star Mooney,
Stop calling the video that motherfucker.
and Mean Gene Oakland.
Well, it's great fun to be here. Shut the fuck up, Mean Gene.
Rudy Doody on Moose. Your dark match was Shane Douglas taking on Buddy Rose in a singles match It was unknown how long it went, but Shane Douglas walked away with the win.
For those who are unfamiliar, that is the franchise. Before he was the franchise himself, this is when he was in between teaming up with Ricky Steamboat.
Yes, the first
and Johnny Ace.
You when he had a thing.
Yeah.
The first Extreme Championship Wrestling champion.
The first Extreme Championship before he threw down the title, and that is Playboy Buddy Rose, former AWA Tag Team Champion. Now, our first match to kick off this monumentous event was.
It was Power and Glory, Paul Roman.
How the fuck did he become a horseman?
And Hercules with Slick.
I said Slick!
With the Rockers, Shawn Michaels. I think I'm cute. And well, no, I'm sexy. And well, with my Jannetty. Really, I had a career.
I was a champion.
I held the Intercontinental title.
In a match that went exactly 6 minutes.
And the victory went to Power and Glory.
Which also, if you're keeping count, put Shawn Michaels at 0-4-2.
Yep, so my Jannetty.
Yep. And Van Vernayhout. The following contest was for the Intercontinental Championship, where in 5 minutes and 15 seconds, Mr. Perfect and Bobby the Brain Heenan was defeated by the Texas Tornado,
yep, that'd be right,
Kerry Von Erich.
That would be right, sir. Yes, that's absolutely right, sir. Well done, sir.
In a very good match. The following contest was Sensational Queen Sherry.
I think he's cute. I know he's Yankee.
Defeating Sapphire. My baby Sapphire, she's a little bit of chocolate dancing, so sweet. She's just a camera.
By forfeit in 0 seconds.
By forfeit.
Technically the shortest match in history.
Yeah, do you know why?
Why?
Because I believe the $1 million man paid her off. I believe. I may be wrong there, but I know at some point that happened.
Up next, it was the Warlord with
Slick
versus.
I said Slick
versus.
Santana.
Arriba!
Yes, it does depend how long it takes you to say the name.
I noticed. In 5 minutes 28 seconds. The final contest was a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWF Tag Team Championships in what at this point was probably the best match ever at SummerSlam, and probably one of the most famous tag team matches ever to take place in SummerSlam to this day.
And it was the longest match of this card.
Yes, where in 14 minutes 24 seconds, with thanks to the Legion of Doom, Demolition were defeated. That was Smash and I believe Crush.
Yeah, Smash
and Crush with Axe hiding underneath the ring so you could try and fool them, because they were the same person.
Yeah.
They had face paint on that was different, and they had different body type, but were defeated by the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Brett, the excellence of execution, the Hitman Hart, and Jim, the Anvil Neidhart. Ha!
They walked out with the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Ending Demolition's nearly 2-year run.
Which puts Bret Hart finally on the
1 for 2.
As always, Jim Neidhart.
1 for 3, sorry.
Yeah.
But he's 1 to 2.
It's 1-2. Yeah, you got it right the first time. Don't you worry.
The
I got you back.
One contest was a special guest referee match with a big boss man, now a face, was decided the winner of the Jake the Snake Roberts, going against Bad News Brown, where Jake picked up the victory by disqualification in
4 minutes and 44 seconds. Up next was a tag team match, where it was Nikolai Volkov,
who at this point has had resolved his ways and turned to an American loving Russian.
And Jim Duggan defeating the Orient Express, Tanaka,
Sato.
And Sato with Mr. Fuji.
Mr. Fuji with a mistake.
3 minutes and 22 seconds. Victory 2. That's I said, Nikolai Volkov and Jim Duggan.
The following contest was scheduled for one fall and featured, ooh yeah, the Macho King Randy Savage
With
sensational Queen Sherry. Ooh yeah, dig it.
versus
Fucking two. Nothing to drink and our fucking voices go. I don't do red wine.
red wine.
The American dream, baby, that I'm a common man. Someone came out of the ditch and looked oh so sweet. You know, the man who the hip breaker, the record maker, the man who dined with kings and queens and slept in alleys and ate on pork and beans. The American dream, that's the road.
2 minutes, 15 seconds is the match going.
Is that how long I was talking there? Wow.
Your semi-main event was.
Can you believe this was the semi-main event?
Well, I tell you something, dude. It was Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan, accompanied by the Big Boss Man. But I'll tell you what, Hulkamania wasn't just accompanied by the Big Boss Man, dude. He was accompanied by all his Hulkamaniacs, brother.
I mean, he was there with Tugboat as well.
Yeah. Defeated
Earthquake.
with Jimmy Hart, Matt the South, oh baby.
And the world's strongest man, the man who could lift apparently 600 pounds when it was always fake.
Dino Bravo.
From Quebec himself.
And the Emperor of Hulkamania won via count out 13 minutes and 16 seconds. Would it win you a title? No, so fuck you.
And the main event for the WWE Championship was a return match from last year where
The Ultimate Warrior! Last year, he won the Intercontinental Championship, but he misplaced it somewhere, and I cannot find it anymore. But I see I have the General Championship now, so I will now fight you, Rick Rude.
fought exactly ravishing Rick Rude.
I can't do the impression of Rick Rude, I don't have 6-pack.
I do.
Okay.
Oh, you mean I probably did.
Okay, just continue looking handsome.
Ravishing Rick Rude with Bobby the Brain Heenan in a match that went 10 minutes, and is that 10 minutes, 5 seconds?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Steel
in
cage.
a steel cage match with the WWE Championship. First steel cage match to take place at SummerSlam. This SummerSlam is kind of mediocre to me.
Yeah,
It's
bad.
not great. Yeah, it goes down as bad just because we're doing good or bad. It's not as good as the others.
Absolutely. So, that means that next week we'll be covering 1991, 1992, and 1993.
I can tell you right now, I believe at least one of them is a good one.
Absolutely. But
And yes, it's the one that's in England.
Yeah. And if you're wondering what that segment's called, it's called You Get It Rich!
And
Special
now,
edition.
yes. And now, it's back, ladies and gentlemen. You thought we'd forgotten, you thought it gone away. No, it's time for
Hashtag
Fan Corner!
This is where we answer your questions, and we don't care what they are, whether it's about the show, about wrestling, about us. You know, we will answer them as best we can. Sometimes they're questions, sometimes they're merely comments. So let us kick off with the first one that we received the past few weeks. So, Geek, why don't you read this one?
Let me see if I can do this. Why did you do this to me?
Oh.
Why did we do it?
Because we're misunderstood. We're crying for attention. Does that work?
That works.
Oh, I've got a better one. We're out of beer.
Okay. My favourite member of the team is Boss.
Yes!
And I hate Hulk Hogan. So I can't choose a team member to bat for, so I'm going to say Boss loves Bricky and...
Geek loves Hogan.
Also...
Ouch. Why don't you not just pick any? You haven't helped my situation.
Also, if you
You just put him a head closer.
I know,
Why?
I'm on 5 now.
Sure, that's
At least
right.
you're on the board.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Also, if you could back to my WrestleMania...
I think if you go back to any WrestleMania, I think that's meant to say.
To watch live at the event, which would you choose and why? Matt from Toronto, Canada. Since I'm a wrestling fan, I have to do this. That's from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, Bizarre World.
Yes.
Well, if I can be serious for a moment here.
If I can be serious for a moment.
Yeah, I swear I'm not an alcoholic anymore, but I've got nothing else to drink. My throat's dry as fuck. I'm drinking a bottle of red wine at the fucking show. I'm from the bottle. Oh, yeah. I am from French
I
Canada.
can go back and watch any WrestleMania live, and why? For
me, it has to be... always get the double. Is it WrestleMania 22 the Vince Sean?
Yeah, 22.
Just for that moment where he leaps off the ladder, you just
But you love that pay. That's your favorite WrestleMania of all time.
Yeah, for me, you could have easily had I mean, I can tell you my favorite WrestleMania JR moment because you could easily have had JR's commentary for this match was amazing. But my favorite JR commentary moment, or my favorite commentary moment for WrestleMania, is "This is too much."
WrestleMania 27,
Yeah.
Undertaker.
But but WrestleMania 22 for the moment Shawn Michaels
And of
leaps
course,
off that
it's
ladder.
from Chicago, Illinois.
Yep.
From itself, that's a very good one, actually. This is a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'll go about the WrestleMania list, see which ones we thought were
no.
bad.
I'm torn between two. WrestleMania 2000.
All right.
This is a strong card. Anaheim,
What hell of a main
California.
event? Well,
Every McMahon in every corner.
Yeah,
There's a hell of a lot there. Or the year following it, the forgotten WrestleMania, in my opinion, WrestleMania 17 from Houston, Texas. Austin versus Rock 2. McMahon versus McMahon. TLC.
Yeah.
It's just an unbelievable card.
Up next, Geek loves Hogan because Hulkamania will never die, brother. Scott from Tampa, Florida.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay, next one.
Hey, I want to start by saying really loving the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I like the new way for You Gotta Watch.
Cha, cha, cha.
They even like cha, cha, cha.
I know, that's all.
Looking through all pay-per-view seasons and seeing which era was the best. My question is there any era that you wish you could go watch as it happened to start your wrestling viewing? And
Geek loves Hogan.
Team Boss for the win. Boosh! Mike Alfa Romeo Kilo out.
Mark out.
Nice.
Nice.
Adam from Norwich.
Wow.
Okay, first of all, fuck you.
Secondly, thank you.
Team Boss.
Personally, I would have loved to have gone back and watched it from the same time that Geek had been watching it, because then we'd be as knowledgeable as each other on the matter. Because obviously I came into wrestling late. My first big wrestling memory was It's Me, Austin. It was me. It's me, Austin. It's me, Austin. It was me all along.
July 99.
Yeah, so I want to go back to roughly the time that Geek was watching it.
Which would have been the early 90s I started watching.
Which would be fantastic to do total market.
See, I have a great thing, because I started in the early 90s. I lived through, watched through the Attitude Era, through the Ruthless Aggression. So I've seen the last 22 years of wrestling. I've seen as a fan watching it. So I've lived through a great time. If I could, and it was physically possible, I would probably go back and hopefully live in America during the time, to the 80s, during the budding war of the NWA and WWE, in one of those markets where it got everything.
Yeah.
So that would be perfect for me.
Okay. This one is from Chris in Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
Just want to get your thoughts on TNA Slammiversary and where you think Bully Ray goes from here. And to add my voice to the game, I'm a proud member of the Geek Realm.
Of course you are.
So it's got to be
Boss Loves Bricky.
Mark out.
Right, thank you very much for that one.
Now, I was a big fan of a lot of stuff that happened at Slammiversary, even though I admit I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to be watching it over the weekend as I'm editing the show and uploading it. So,
I watched it. Watched it last night. Obviously, in the UK, if you want to watch it on TV, which I just felt like doing this time, we get it the Wednesday following the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So it happened Sunday. I got it the Wednesday. It was amazing. Lots of good stuff. I'm a Hale Sabin. I'm a big Chris Sabin fan. But I also like Kenny King. The only as much as I like Puma, TJ Perkins, I don't like Suicide. So I didn't want to see him win. But it was a good Ultimate X match. Not the best one I've ever seen, but it was good. And Sabin get the win. Didn't need to see Hogan cut the celebration and then 20 minutes of pandering to Boston and doing the same thing he does everywhere. He goes, I remember fighting Andre the Giant here.
Yeah.
Sure, he probably did, but okay. And then there's the next angle. Okay, I get that Jeff Hardy was going to win in return. Nice beard, Jeff. But I didn't like him when I say this guy. You know, I like Joe Magnus, though. I don't like Hardy.
How long does Jeff Hardy have to keep clean before we stop making drug jokes about it? I've kind of stopped.
I've always been.
But is he kind of screwed?
I don't know. He seems to be clean for a while now. So
Yeah.
you know, I don't know.
Give him another half a year.
I said this is his last chance. If he does it again, he's fucked with me.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done with him. I like the match though. The fatal four-way tag team match between Gunner and James Storm, the It Factor Bobby Roode, and the greatest man who ever lived, Austin Aries. Bad Influence, the ring general that is Christopher Daniels, and of course Francois Kazarian himself. And the champions going into the contest, Hernandez and Chavito Guerrero, Chavo, was a very good match. And it was a smart way of how they did it as well for the eliminations. I won't spoil too much.
Yeah.
So there you go. But I enjoyed that match. I enjoyed the winners of that match, contrary to a lot of people's beliefs.
Yeah.
The last knockout standing. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Twice was chanted. I said it at least 4 more times. You can say what you want about Taryn Terrell, Tiffany. You can say what you want about her personal life, say what you want about her personally or whatever, but quite frankly, she put her body on the line in that match, and yeah, well, she's also improved a lot in ring. Gail Kim, of course, is Gail Kim, which is not a bad thing. A good match. I'm trying to think what else. Didn't need the gut check match on there. Could have waited into an Impact for that. I didn't care about either one of them, Jay Bradley or Sam Shaw, so I didn't really care about that. What else is there? Obviously the main event, but Angle versus AJ was Angle versus AJ. As much as I liked it, I've seen this match 100 times now, and it was kind of bored.
So it was technically sound, but it just lacked the thrill.
Yeah, there was
it's almost like
there was a lot of build up going into it. But to me, it was one of those like when an old friend comes up.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking forward to your friend coming over. You know it's going to be fun, and you know that. So you sit and you chill, and then it's like there's nothing.
Did you feel like watching a rerun?
Yeah, a little bit. Despite the fact that now that AJ had some new moves to put into it.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that calf killer, which is a fucking beautiful move. And he got into it in a beautiful way. You'll see what I mean. And then Angle just did what Angle did.
Yeah. Well, I was telling you about. It's like, oh, AJ returned and he's got a new submission move.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was trying to describe it. It's like, oh, just watch it.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. Also, I didn't need the fake reaction that to Angle give when he realised that he was going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my god, mate, really? And he started well up and they showed this video package and I didn't even listen to what he said, I just fast forwarded.
I mean, he did thank Jeff Jarrett, which
yes.
A lot of people are like, oh my god, it's like, well, no, it's a classy move.
It is.
You know, my question is, why is Jeff Jarrett not in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, my question is, just do you really want to keep putting people who are already wrestling in the Hall of Fame? Wait until they're retired.
Yeah. Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's dad.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You know?
Jerry Joe.
Yeah.
I like that. It was a good match, but I say it just felt like a rerun to me. Yeah. And Aces and Eights, Bully Ray versus. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot the TV title match. Backstage, Nux and I was glad that they revealed what Nux had to do was just to beat the fuck out of Joseph Parks.
Yeah,
that was cool. But then when Devon wins by forfeit, and then says if Abyss was here, we would have had a match with him. So when Abyss turns up, wink, wink, didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
He then the referee automatically makes it a match, and puts the belt on the line just because Devon had said it beforehand.
Yeah.
Then of course that result, and I'm sitting there going, right, what the fuck? But we've discussed that, me and you.
Yeah.
I can't say any more without spoiling.
Yeah.
And the main event, Bully Ray versus Sting. If Sting lost, it was Sting could never have a world title match again.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
No matter who was in the championship role.
Basically, it wasn't a case of a new champion had to be crowned before you can have one. It doesn't matter who fucking has a belt, how long for.
Yeah. And Bully said, this is no holds barred. I'm not going to beat you with any finishing move. I'm not going to break your leg, pull your eyes out, or whatever. He goes, I'm going to do what wrestlers don't do to each other. I'm going to beat you with a pile driver.
Yeah.
And then there's some interesting moments where he hits a power driver.
Yeah.
It ends the way you expect it ends, but I was happy. You know, as I said before, I'm an 8 guy and a Bully Ray guy.
We'll talk about like in more detail.
We'll do next week. Yeah.
Yeah, just so try to avoid as possible.
Yeah. But you know, it's a good show. Where does Bully go from here? Onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
Onwards and upwards. Although I've already seen the Impact bits
Yeah.
So I can't know what's happening with that, and I'm not exactly thrilled with that.
Up next, hey, I was wondering if you could answer me a question. That's what we're here for, guys.
Kind of what this is for.
Do you have a particular storyline you didn't like when it happened, but looking back on it now, you really enjoy viewing it? Add my name to the mix.
Boss loves Bricky.
Got to go with...
You got to say the first
No, I don't. A hashtag.
Hashtag beefy ref / assistant.
Lol Lily from Kansas.
Hi, Lily.
Well, there you go. A storyline I didn't like at the time, but now looking back on it, I enjoy. Nope. Any storyline I didn't enjoy, I don't enjoy watching now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a. I mean, you always
storylines
change your
I
opinion
enjoyed.
with age.
There's storylines I enjoyed at the time. Now that I look back, I don't.
Probably one I didn't like at the time, but do now. Wow. Oh yeah, as a kid, I didn't really like Ric Flair versus Macho Man.
That's understandable.
Leading up to WrestleMania because I didn't get any of it. I was a kid,
Yeah.
so I didn't get a lot of it. And I was a big fan of both.
Yeah.
Now, and at the time, I didn't realize how you could be a fan of both and still want the match to happen. Or as a kid, you just didn't go. But I liked them both. I got no one to vote, go for. So I kind of just didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
But now it's one of my favorite things to watch.
Yeah, for me, if I didn't like it then, I don't like it now.
I know older than me, so you were you.
Yeah, I've got. That's if I can remember them. No, but it's really because if I don't like a storyline, there's a difference between not caring about a storyline and not liking a storyline.
Yeah.
For storylines I don't care about. I don't care about, John Cena defending Tori Wilson from René Dupree. I don't care about. I don't care about. Nidian suddenly inheriting a lot of money from a grandmother and becoming a millionaire along with
Jamie now, bro.
storylines I don't like are things like Randy Orton using Eddie Guerrero's name. Again, Eddie would have wanted it, but using Eddie Guerrero's name to further a storyline with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't like storyline like Katie Vick. I know you're not supposed to mention it because it's the cliche in wrestling, but yeah, the Katie Vick thing would drove me mad. And of course, May 19th, no explanation.
Please stop.
I'm not explaining that one.
Yes. So finally, let's just throw this one up here. This is one that I haven't seen, and neither's Boss, so let's have a look. If you were going to have a foursome,
here we go.
With any free divas, female wrestling personalities, including ring announcers, who would it be? What's fucking threesome too many for you?
Hashtag Geek Loves Hogan.
Cunt.
So
a threesome too one-on-one too much?
Yeah. What I love is the fact that they've gone to the effort of going, including ring announcers. That's nice. I can't help but feel that she's.
I guess that's because it includes.
Well, SoCal.
Actually, yeah. SoCal. Let me do this, right? I'll do this one for you, right, Boss? You don't have to do this one because you're taken and it's not the sort of thing you're comfortable with.
It's all right. She doesn't listen to the show.
You're still not comfortable with this, are you?
I'm not comfortable, but I will answer it for the.
Okay, I'm gonna throw one better for you, right?
Just because he's won't keep Love Hogan.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
A foursome with any free divas.
Yeah.
I'll go one from Ring of Honor.
Okay.
One from TNA and one from WWE.
Ooh, the platter special.
Right. WWE. It's fucking AJ Lee.
Of course.
Right.
Well, that's the point, dude. That's
exactly.
what forcing.
Yeah. AJ Lee. It's obvious. TNA. Mickey James. I love me some hardcore country. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I know what you mean.
Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
The first lady of Ring of Honor, Maria Kanellis. Why? Why not? And just a dick for sending in that word, that hashtag.
Geekless Hogan.
Yeah, I hashtag it as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I've just noticed that. For me, it's pretty much an all WWE cast, to be honest with you. Stacey Keibler, maybe Stacey Keibler, Stephanie McMahon, and Lita.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I just got to with today. I could have done old school.
Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked, basically, is what's happening.
Oh, I see what you've done there. Hey, wrap this up, boss.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was episode 17 of Hashtag Total Market. We'll be back next week. We'll be looking at the next WrestleManias, 91, 92, 93.
Yes.
We'll also be answering any more questions that you send our way. Plus, we'll be giving you an update.
Well, the tally is... Wait a minute, what's the tally?
Well, according to my list, It's 6-3, but now it's 6-4 if you add that
Because
one.
I had 4 last time. I only got. Did I get 2 this 3? I got 3.
I counted all of them before because I didn't look at the questions. I just looked for the mows.
I had 4 last time because we had 5 questions, and then
Yeah, it'll be fine.
We'll check it.
We'll put the official notes on their Tumblr.
But remember, send in Boss Loves Bricky.
And Geek Loves Hogan.
With all your questions, or if you simply like you saw one guy just wanted to state it.
Yeah, I mean we said it was the end of this month, didn't we?
We said it was the next pay-per-view.
Oh, so the next pay-per-view, yes, Payback. Which
so
was in a couple of weeks' time, isn't it?
A couple of weeks, yeah. I believe.
Just double checking on the old WWE.com, even though I did check this last week, but I've got the memory of a sieve. WWE Payback, according to WWE.com. It is on. It's in actually 9 days, so it's actually
just 1 week.
Yeah, it's actually next week.
So the 16th.
Yeah, 16th. So basically by the June 14th, or already got one more week.
So 1 more week, folks. Send them in.
Get them in. Of course, we'll also be discussing next week's episode of Raw and our predictions for Payback, because obviously we'll have the full official card.
We'll go into a little bit more detail about Slammiversary, and maybe if I feel like it, I'll talk a bit about Ring of Honor.
Yeah. But from the Geek King, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.
From SteveJones313, it's goodbye. This has been #Total Markout, or if you're geek, it's just Total Markout, and I shall leave you in the very capable hands of the reigning and defending #Total Markout quiz champion to lead us out of episode 17. Geek, take us away.
You've just heard it, you've seen it, you've listened to it all. Boss loves Bricky.
Geek loves Hogan.
And it all will come falling down next week when we have to either say one or look like one, or if in my case, do whatever the fuck I need to.
Yeah.
For this is being torn out for the boss from the Geek King. Marks out.